For many decades, the colossal stature and goodwill of Nelson Mandela has enveloped and boosted his rainbow nation in so many ways. Not even this 9-meter statue of him at the Union Buildings quite captures the magnitude of the Mandela factor. But it's been nearly 7 years since he died, while South Africa remains quite exemplary in many ways on the African continent. As we mark Mandela Day this year, 2020, his nation is gripped with a huge battle for survival, and it's not just against COVID-19. Sometimes the Rainbow Nation still dances in peace, many other times in protest. Racial and racist flare-ups still happen. Unemployment is nearly 30% and maybe worse post-COVID. There is still a visible picture of poverty despite many pro-black initiatives like the broad-based Black Economic Empowerment Initiative. Gender-based violence is at an all-time high across the country, and the land expropriation debate remains unresolved. Corruption and graft are still rocking the nation, and there are people who still feel like this.
I want a free house, free electricity and hot.
Is that sustainable? A free house?
Free house.
People are crying about their houses and their job.
We need to fix our leadership, and that leadership is certainly not just positional leadership. It is leadership that exists in each and every one of us, of how you govern yourself.
It hasn't been all bad news for the nation post-apartheid, according to Professor Edwin Ijoma, who has advised a number of South African presidents.
South Africa has a good number of institutions that support their democratic process. Whether you're talking of the Electoral Commission, or you're talking of the Public Protector, the independence of the judiciary, Chapter 9 institutions, and so on and so forth.
Before COVID-19, the economy had been struggling, with many blaming the incumbent ruling party, the political impact on the economy, as well as its influence on policy.
We are not seeing the kind of structural reforms that are needed to actually restore higher economic growth in the country.
Former President Nelson Mandela would have been 102 years this year, and each speaker at the annual lecture in his honor has always left his nation with a reason to hope and excel.
Let's be joyful in our struggle to make that truth manifest here on earth, so that 100 years from now, future generations will look back and say, they kept the march going. That's why we live under new banners of freedom. Thank you very much, South Africa.
This year's Mandela Day lecture, delivered virtually for the first time, is by the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres with the theme, Tackling the Inequality Pandemic, a new social contract for a new era. From Johannesburg, South Africa, Betty Dibia, Channels Television News.